If you have gained such powers that you can move the sun and the moon from their courses, or break the earth into pieces, or make all people wealthy, but if you have no love in your heart, you have achieved nothing. As long as you feel pain in your body and mind, keep trying to remove the pain of an ant too. This was told by none but Thakur Anukul Chandra, who was born in Himayatpur village of Pabna district of undivided Bengal of British India in 1888. His father, Shib Chandra, was known for his honesty, sincerity and noble heart. Anukul Chandra's mother, Manomohini Devi, had a majestic personality, whose motherly love was not only for her own children, but was unconditionally showered upon all the villagers. Manomohini Devi only named a son as Anukul after a poem composed by herself, a name that would shine beyond all geographical and mortal boundaries to enlighten the hearts of millions. As he was growing up, Anukul Chandra became naughty, sometimes unmanageable. But his love for his mother was incomparable. The little boy would be always ready to walk any length to make his mother happy. His mother became very angry with Anukul Chandra due to some of his naughty acts. Manomohini Devi started chasing Anukul Chandra with a cane stick. Anukul Chandra started running fast to escape from obvious beating by his mother. But after some time, Anukul Chandra looked back and observed his mother was sweating like anything and breathing fast. Anukul Chandra stopped then and there and surrendered himself to his mother. A few strokes of cane stick would be less painful for him than seeing his mother exhausted. Right from his childhood, Anukul Chandra had a strong scientific mindset. He would not accept anything that would fail to show a logical ground to it. In the school, one day, mathematics teacher asked him the simplest of arithmetic problems. What will be the result if we add 1 and 1? But this simple question confused Anukul Chandra a lot. He answered, it would be 2, 1, but definitely not 2. His logic being, no two things in the world are the same. There is a little difference even between two leaves of the same tree. Hence, when no two things are identical, how is addition possible? On his way back from school, while it was raining heavily, Anukul Chandra noticed that an old blind man had fallen into a deep ditch by the side of the village road. Water was flowing over the poor man as he was struggling to survive and was crying for help from Almighty. But his voice was gradually dying away. Anukul Chandra rushed to the spot and lifted him up on his own shoulder and took him to a nearby home for nursing. The old man got a new life. There are numerous such examples of his kind acts performed throughout his life. In fact, he could not appear for his 10th standard board examination as he gave his own examination fee to his friend who was struggling to gather money for the same. After the school life, Anukul Chandra was admitted to National Medical College at Kolkata, where he studied medicine with great financial difficulties. Finally, he returned to his native land, Pabna, and started practicing medicine. Very soon, he earned tremendous reputation as a doctor in and around his village. While practicing medicine, Anukul Chandra realized that illness is not only in the human body, but it exists heavily in people's mind. With love and empathy, Anukul Chandra transformed the lives of those who were otherwise unwanted and neglected in the society. People had begun regarding Anukul Chandra as their friend, philosopher and guide. Anukul Chandra formed a group of people and engaged them in the performance of devotional songs or kirtans and dance to its rhythm. Many a time, while performing these songs and dances, Anukul Chandra would get into a trance-like state, with all prominent signs of life being absent from his body. In the time of trance, Holy messages used to come out spontaneously like a fountain from his mouth in different known and unknown languages. After this trance state era, which continued for nearly 5 years, Anukul Chandra concentrated for the development of self and society, for existence and enhancement. He drove himself into action to initiate various constructive activities and simultaneously was continuing his efforts towards man-making. Slowly he established school, college, medical facilities, science institute, engineering workshop, bank, wind electricity, cottage industries, art institute, printing press, and many more in that remote village of Pabna. Thakur Anukul Chandra started spreading his ideology of being and becoming, which means existence and enhancement of life. Thousands of people accepted him as their living guide or guru. Simultaneously, Thakur Anukul Chandra started giving messages mainly in Bengali and English. Around 20,000 of these messages were later published as books. His messages encompass a wide range of affairs like politics, science, education, spirituality, society, literature, conjugal life, law and administration, eugenics, and more. In 1946, Thakur Anukul Chandra relocated to Deoghar, currently in the state of Jharkhand in India, from Pabna, due to health problems and other reasons. There, he continued with similar establishments for the welfare of mankind. Thakur Anukul Chandra used to believe that death is a curable disease and conceptualized the idea of a machine called vibrometer, which he believed could infuse life into the body of a dead person. At different points of time, people from different fields came to Pabna and Deoghar Satsang Ashram and interacted with Thakur Anukul Chandra on various aspects. Amongst them were Mahatma Gandhi, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Deshobandhu Chittaranjan Das, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, scientist Satyendra Nath Bose, statistician Prashant Chandra Mohalanobis, W.S. Urquhart, literateur Sharat Chandra Chatterjee, freedom fighter Bipin Chandra Pal, Fazlul Haq, Rohini Chaudhary, Gopinath Bordolui, magician P.C. Sarkar, and Lal Bahadur Shastri. Many of them accepted Thakur Anukul Chandra as their living guide. Anukul Chandra's clarity and conception on various matters, ranging from kitchen to politics, agriculture to education, medicine to religion, science to society, used to impress the intellectual communities in the country as well as abroad. Above all, they were deeply touched with his loving attention, care, and childlike simplicity. Commoners ridden with problems in everyday life used to come to him day and night in search of solace. Anukul Chandra wanted that every person should have an ideal or guide in his or her life and must love and follow the ideal for the betterment of life. We must live and help others to live. Simultaneously, each of us must meditate the holy name in the proper way to attain supreme consciousness within us, which is the final goal of human life. Thakur Anukul Chandra breathed his last at the age of 81 in 1969 at Deoghar. His mortal life ended, but Thakur continues to live in millions of hearts illuminated with his igniting touch. His contribution to the betterment of human life and his teachings on the art of living will always be treasured by his numerous followers. He said, roll on, like a flood over the sorrows, sufferings, and calamities of the world, with love, sympathy, and service, and with message of beloved, the Lord, with the knowledge and activity that illuminates the way of the dull and deteriorating depressed. Flow on, extremely unresting and undisturbed, establishing the kingdom of peace and happiness.